Well, hello everybody to this Division C West NGS matchup between Left Coast and PsychoSwarm. I am joined tonight, as always, by my partner in crime, Broiled Beef.
Hello.
And we have both teams already set up here. Left Coast is coming off of well, they're doing a doubleheader tonight, so they just came off a 1-1 draw. And, yeah, let's just move forward here. Both captains are ready. So we're going to start the game. Hello, Beef. We're on camera now for the first time in this Season 5 adventure of ours.
Oh, shit.
No picking your nose, unless it's intentional. Some kind of performance art project. I might do the same.
If that's what we're calling it.
Yeah. Alright, Cursed Hollow. This was Left Coast's map pick. They banned out Dragonshire. PsychoSwarm banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen. And they just banned out Deckard Cain.
Understandable.
Yep, everybody's saying that Deckard's #1 healer right now, so if they don't want to play him, they might as well get rid of him, I suppose. And the Hanzo. Why is this a good ban on Cursed Hollow, Beef?
Hanzo? Probably because of this, the PvE aspect. The scatter arrow with the PvE talent that makes it deal. I gotta realize the camera's on. Just the ability to do that in a double boss map really melts it. On top of it, just free poke. That character just has so much. Like the Q key is a pretty annoying poke. Not to mention you have the auto attack that got buffed fairly recently with the recent level white main.
Right.
That shit that like it hurts now. So if you go redemption build, that's even more annoying. It's just frankly is an annoying character.
Comprehensive answer out of Broiled Beef. Meanwhile, we had two bans, Johanna from Left Coast and Artanis from PsychoSwarm. And first pick comes out. It's that Diablo. Left Coast wants their solo laner and the global on this map with the Dahaka pick and the Malfurion. So Diablo, quite good in these tight confines. You're always fighting in some kind of corridor, it seems, on this map. And there's an echo of a global pick here with the Falstad. So
he just slightly scared the shit out of me. He said there's an echo. It's like, no, wait, which tab is it, William?
Hopefully there's no echo in that regard. Malthael coming out. So there's more PvE ability right there, especially if you have the Speedy Horse talent at level 1. You can really fly around that map. Decent on Mercs, and then you have Last Rites at level 10. It's really good team fighting ability.
Not to mention playing top lane against like a Dahaka versus a Malthael. Dahaka is it's like there's nothing you can really do against a person constantly draining your health with dots. Like you can't trade with Malthael, so you just kind of win that lane. It becomes way more difficult for Dahaka to get the essence they need to really be that full force Dahaka and just be unkillable in every empty lane of the map.
Left Coast gets rid of Stukov. They don't want to deal with those silent circles and those tight confines I was talking about earlier. And then we have the Jaina ban. I'm personally, I think, most scared of Jaina these days when it comes to the mages.
Ready for action.
Not only do you get the burst, but you get the crowd control from the slows, and then the almost certain pick of Ring of Frost. You know, I do see Elemental now and then, but Ring of Frost is really what I'm scared of. That's when you know you're just dead.
Muradin Kel'Thuzad in this rotation for Left Coast. Any thoughts there?
A lot of lockdown. If Kel'Thuzad can get the Ice Spike to like long range chain combo on top of a stun, like that's not only are you way separated from your team at that point, but that's a ton of burst and crowd control. Plus, you know, Malfurion can put a root underneath you. It's almost as good as a Hook Gorge.
PsychoSwarm goes into that Zeratul pick though, perhaps as a bit of a hey, we're gonna jump on this Kel'Thuzad. And the Uther, talking about control. Stuns galore.
Perhaps.
It's kind of a later game hero though, but so is Kel'Thuzad.
Kel'Thuzad doesn't really come online until you have your phylactery quest done.
Samuro.
Curious if you'll have the range on D shield to like stop that that one person getting pulled away.
Yeah.
So that could be a game changer right there if you get the right timing on that.
Samuro, this is the first Samuro that we've seen in our cast so far this season. Really good on those merc camps. Can be a real annoyance to certain heroes. And away we go.
Man, poor Falstad's gonna have so much work cut out from between Dahaka and Samuro. Like the lanes are gonna be just such a nightmare.
Yeah, it should be really interesting to see. So left coast is our blue team on the left. That works out. Muradin's going to be played by Hex337. Kel'Thuzad by Nay. Dahaka Reaper 777. Samuro played by Incognito, and Malfurion played by Maxazillion.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
What?
You want to call it the red side?
Oh, PsychoSwarm. I just forgot their name because if I don't write it down, I forget their name immediately. On the side of PsychoSwarm, we have Zeratul played by Cujo, Diablo played by Cars and Guitars, Uther played by... I see why you took Left Coast. Uther played by Yue Slakovia. I butchered that. Falstad played by Cheese Sticks, and Mathael played by Magic Walrus.
Nicely done.
Let the battle begin.
Alright, so we have some solo laners splitting off. Malthael heading to top lane. 4v3 in the middle. Falstad and bot. And a little 1v1 here. Cujo, Incognito going at it. Who's going to be more of a ninja this game?
Excellent change combo by Kel'Thuzad, getting that Electric quest off started right.
Dahaka burrows top. Middle calms down a little bit. Let's check out that top lane 1v1, see if Reaper has trouble like you prophesied. Nothing much going on right now, so we'll go to mid.
Cognito is AFK? Nope, just doing some trickery.
Nay comes in to help out. Cujo and Incognito really low. Cheese Sticks aggressing on that Kel'Thuzad. And will get that kill. First blood goes to PsychoSwarm. Cheese Sticks isn't done. Sees the Samuro there. Incognito retreats to safety.
Furion actually picking it up, coming in to give some relief there.
Yep, Maxazillion making sure they don't lose any of that minion XP. Chains come out. Nay with a great combo there. On Uther and Diablo. More stacks for Kel'Thuzad. Cujo's working on the siege camp for PsychoSwarm. No merc activity coming out of left coast quite yet. Cheese Sticks back on Nay. Nay's not scared though, staying with it.
You could really bully Kel'Thuzad up until you have that Glacio Spike talent, because then you can combo someone on one character.
Nay going in.
And that's the murder zone right there.
Sorry, Nay's really moving in aggressively here. Maybe he wants a little revenge on Cheese Sticks.
Tribute my favor.
And left coast did start a camp. Incognito's going to be taking the siege. Really well timed here on the part of Incognito for left coast.
Ooh. Cognito taking quite a bit of damage at 125 health. They are going to go back and likely fly to the objective once they're back in the well.
Yeah, Cheese Sticks is really low on Falstad as well in the bottom lane. And the first tribute is up. Reaper is going to go ahead and try to cap that. It looks like PsychoSwarm's just going to let that one go. First one goes to left coast. The PsychoSwarm does have a camp pushing in the middle here. I wonder if they'll get some more value out of it.
Yeah, it looks like PsychoSwarm really valued the little lane experience over the first curse. It's always a good idea too, because you know you need 3 before anything of any real value comes of that. So you got a little bit of room to play with there.
Nay gets some chains out on Diablo, but that's about it. No combo there. Cujo comes in, starts harassing Hex 337. Diablo sees the play, charges in.
Murden ain't dead until Murden's actually dead. I'll regen of the storm on that character, so it's getting away with even with 100 health is no big deal for that character.
Next tribute is spawning here in, well, 0 seconds. Here it is. Diablo going in on Hex a little bit. Chains out on Diablo with the combo from Nay. And that's going to be a kill on Zeratul. Reaper picks up the tribute. The fight continues into mid. What do you see?
I just saw that they took PsychoSwarm took a really aggressive stance there, even though they were very splintered as a team. While Left Coast just was all together and ready to fight and resulted in 2 kills there. PsychoSwarm no longer having that luxury of being able to forfeit another curse, because that'll really come to bite them in the ass if they if Left Coast ends up getting a whole curse. Like the whole building damage they've been working on.
Yes, and Cheese Sticks flies top lane to deal with that blob of XP. Meanwhile, Magic Walrus and Cujo heading to bot lane to deal with Maxazillion and Nay's aggression here onto their bottom lane gate. Nay taking a bit of damage here. Cujo goes in. But they remain safe and alive.
Yeah, you cannot hope winning with a Malfurion on their team. Like, there's no such thing as chip damage, because you actually do so much more healing now. Malfurion's super good.
Uther's trying to channel here. Hex is moving in, puts a stun out on Falstad. Diablo charges in on Incognito. And it looks like PsychoSwarm's going to get this tribute, so it'll be 2-1. And the teams go their separate ways. Falstad heads to bot lane. Samro's gonna track him down there. A little bit of harassment.
Oh!
What do you see?
Just use the stun to pull Uther closer to Diablo as opposed to him pulling halfway normally. Which kind of screwed up Nay's aim, I think, on that.
Reaper is low health in that top lane while Malthael's just kind of riding around on a unseasonable winter mount. Interesting choice there.
Not even Halloween yet.
Too soon, too soon. Here comes the engage over that top lane tribute.
PsychoSwarm fighting a person down, but Left Coast not really having their big damage out yet.
Here comes that combo from Nay again. Hex jumps in, gets foot by Diablo, but the backline's in trouble. Cujo and Malthael taking down Maxazillion. No peels for the heals.
The hat is on Malthael. Can't see anything, can't cast anything, and will die for it. There's the lightning breath trying to cleave on the enemy team.
Incognito coming back in with only 300 hit points. Pretty courageous flanking attempt there. Meanwhile, Uther's gonna go down. Hex notching a couple of kills during this, but Hex is at 200 hit points. Incognito, super low, keeping himself involved. Cheese Sticks, 100 health. It's a bloodbath, folks.
Cognito playing with fire, 100 health. Like, I can cap that.
And so the fight continues. Diablo isn't giving up. It's a 3v1 though, but Magic Walrus is coming in to support. Diablo is in the naughty bin. For only 3 seconds though, it's not a long-term death. Out comes the silence from Maxazillion onto Malthael.
Isha Malthael as they just walk over the enemy team.
Last rites on Hex. That'll be the story of him for now. And Cheese Sticks ends up picking up that tribute, so it is now 2-2.
What a bloodbath.
Really even combat situations here.
That was like 2.5 team fights over one objective.
Uh-oh, look what PsychoSwarm's up to. They've started their boss. Cheesesteaks is going to come in to help, and so is Cars and Guitars. The whole team's here, actually. Left Coast, meanwhile, is in the middle. They're not working on their boss, so they're going to lose some map tempo here.
That D-Shield on Mothael is going to be brutal, because that character has so much self-sustain. If you can't get rid of those marks, at least get away from him, stun him, kill him, get him anything but from hitting that Q key, Mothael probably will not die.
It looks like they're going to be, PsychoSwarm's going to be content giving this away, or... Oh, I see that Diablo is starting to rotate down here.
Might be a messy interrupt, though, because it's spawning right now. They have to go in there. They gotta get something going.
And here we go. Luther moving forward, trying to grab some Maxillion. Takes a lot of damage in the process. Root comes out, catches Zeratul. That's 2 kills for Dahaka. Diablo and Uther both dead. Malthael dead. Do you think they were just doing this not necessarily to save the curse, but maybe buy time for that boss? I'm not sure.
I would say it's probably to buy time for the boss, because they, with the way they're positioned, there's no way they thought they can really pick that up. Or if they do, it'd be one hell of a off-the-cuff team fight.
And they did get a fort. Boss is still alive. Left Coast, they're just going to move forward bot lane here and try to even up the score. It is 13-13. Left Coast is about to hit level 14.
Diablo taking a spicy.
Out comes the fire breath from Diablo. Left Coast is low across the board. PsychoSwarm looks pretty healthy by comparison. Reaper's able to slink out of there.
I find Lightning Breath to be an interesting pick there, because a character with Kel'Thuzad who is all about dealing damage in very tight circles, you have characters now forcing themselves to stand still for 6 seconds.
Reaper put out a tongue, but he died for it. And Ney got a last-ditch combo out before they retreated. Incognito, meanwhile, is defending top lane. They didn't want to lose. Actually, not defending, attacking. What am I saying?
I have to say, they got less value out of that boss than I thought they would. Maybe it was Incognito going up there and, you know, taking care of it, but they actually eked out more building damage in the end with that curse. Up, spray gate!
The spray coming out from Incognito. You can't catch me, he says. PsychoSwarm working on their bruiser camp, while Left Coast is going to take their boss now, and there's no fort for the boss to contend with down here. It's going to march on to keep eventually if PsychoSwarm doesn't deal with it. They do finish off that camp, though, that I noted a moment ago.
Unusual boss timers here now since of that late take. So you got 2 minutes on the top boss and now 4 and 45 seconds on the bottom boss. Wonder if they're going to try to invade it when it comes up next.
Left Coast just took their bruiser camp, so they're catching up on this macro play that seemed to be mostly in favor of PsychoSwarm early. Looks like this boss isn't going to make it to keep, or if it does, it won't do too much damage. Does take out that final tower, though, maybe the sippy cup, as I like to call it. Meanwhile, Left Coast looks interested in taking top fort and evening up that lane.
Oh, Cognito finds Mothael. Will he get monkeyed? He got monkeyed.
Good call, Beef. I think I caught just the tail end of that last hit. Cars and Guitars.
Blood there.
Yeah. Really nice aggressive play from Incognito here. Samaro's kind of made a paper, so it's tricky to play him like this.
Especially when they're willing to stay into these fights in like 200,
100 health, right?
50 health. They're like, I can capture that, yeah. I'll just make another monkey clone.
So Cujo's working bot lane, while Left Coast, Reaper specifically, takes tribute. And they're going to move to top lane, top keep as a team.
Uh-oh. Incognito in trouble.
Unstoppables galore on Malfield, but it doesn't matter. Still dies. Diablo comes flying in. It's a 4v4 right now. May with the
finds Uther.
Excellent combo on Uther.
Oof, the lightning breath brings him down to 80, and the one Fausted Hammer will be enough to finish off Kel'Thuzad.
Hex having a lot of trouble here with Cujo. He was down to what, 200, 300 health? Oh,
0.
They do. They catch him.
Send to 0 health.
Reaper in a lot of trouble here. There's a 3v1. Looks like he's gonna die. Barring some kind of miracle, Maxazillion tries to help. There's a...
Tracks him into the root.
Yeah, interesting.
Diablo is not happy.
How dare you tongue me into that root. That funny little combo from Reaper and Maxazillion. Diablo's not giving up. Reaper does get out. I was wrong. He survived. But look what's going on at the boss camp.
Uh-oh. Now, Layfield says be careful here, because this is a capture, and this is a curse.
Cheese Stick's super low down by the tribute and does die. Reaper with the tongue on Diablo. Incognito's wailing away on this Diablo. The Kel'Thuzad ultimate with the isolation from Reaper. And we're back to 2-2 on these tributes, folks. Meanwhile, that boss, PsychoSwarm boss, is going to be marching onto that keep, and it is a, I think it was a 14-minute boss when they capped it. Boss gets stronger with every, at the top of every minute.
PsychoStorm had a really split there. I mean, they didn't want to give that up. At the same time, only 2 of the 5 members were willing to go down there and fight over it.
Yep, left coast is going to clear this out before they take any keep damage. They'll probably save this second tower, actually. So, could have been worse for them. Reaper burrows all the way down to the pending tribute. Bot lane, 5 seconds to go until that spawns. And we have a 5v5 here, folks. Diablo charging a clone. That's unfortunate. Fire Breath comes out, though.
Uther burns D's shield to try and capture it. Didn't quite work out for him, though, but now Hex is getting piled on. Not quite the survivability. Will they survive? No, will not, but they'll take Mouthy out with them. And by that I mean, it's like, Zeratul.
The Gust comes out, maybe saving Reaper's life.
Walrus gets monkeyed once more.
Nice root from Maxazillion on that Diablo, setting up that play from Reaper. The tongues and the roots have been on really well coordinated from left coast in this game. And Uther is going to die. As will Falstad.
Samuro is just working that back line. And it's so much for my PsychoStorm to have to deal with at this moment.
Zeratul is really having to duel Incognito in some of these fights. But the big news here is left coast gets a full team wipe. They're pushing into keep here and probably core. Looks like they could go for a win here. They are up 20-18.
Zeratul's back, but is there anything they could really do against almost a full health team?
Yeah, PsychoSwarm still won't have a team for another 16-18 seconds. Core is down to 40%.
Getting a little risky.
Does come in. Maxazillion dies, but it doesn't matter. Left coast will take it. GG.
Good game. What an aggressive game by Left Coast. Every inch they were given, they took a mile with it. Like every time they had an any kind of edge, they just ran with it. Even with a boss on their fort, they just ran over and said, you know what? Okay, we can even that up. We'll even do more with a curse than with a boss essentially uncontested over a top.
Yeah, they were unfazed by potentially losing map tempo with that first boss take from PsychoSwarm. Didn't matter. They I think they showed really good aggression bot lane. Great coordination to get the team on board with that. Trading buildings at the right time. And again, really good combo play coming out of Maxazillion and Reaper. Nay putting out a ton of damage.
I'm gonna be surprised if Samuro doesn't get banned next game, because there was just so much value out of those clones running around in the background, pushing stuff when there was time to kill. Like Samuro got major value at that time.
Yeah.
Giving him 17,500 experience.
Falstad and Malthael had great games though. 4 kills for Falstad. And had some last rites action out of Magic Wall versus Malthael. So
oh yeah, for sure.
Well played. Some of those fights were really even with lots of heroes getting low. So it didn't feel like a blowout by any means.
No, that came down to 1 or 2 fights that didn't go so well for PsychoSwarm, and that was it. So I mean, they took a mile with it. So they didn't. It was a very even match, but the sheer aggression of Left Coast pushed it all the way to the core pretty early too. What was that That's a 17-minute game. That's not unheard of.
All right, well, we're on our way to Infernal Shrines. This is PsychoSwarm's map picks. Let me just build up the lobby here. And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. This is shaping up to be a really interesting 2-game set here between Left Coast and PsychoSwarm. If you're just joining us, it's Division C West action in the Nexus Gaming Series. And let's get the first captain. Any other observations from Game 1 as I set this up, Beef?
Yeah.
I'll put you on the spot.
Oh, cool. We'll do it on camera, too.
Yeah.
So it seems like they PsychoSwarm had a really good map tempo going.
Uh-huh.
And that didn't really work out in the end, mainly because it was Cursed Hollow, and the curse just totally flopped all their efforts, like just with that early bustic. So I'm thinking, what if they have Infernal Shrines now? Because you don't quite, even with a Punisher, you can't quite get as much value, especially on the early Punishers. So maybe if they can do that again, they'll work out way better. This being the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be a change of mindset for Left Coast. Have to deal with that. Now they can't really just get a curse and win map tempo again.
I want to thank Swing Time and Moist Weenus for those cheers, by the way. Thank you very, very much for that. Let's see if we can get these teams to join this lobby. And hello, Katrixa. Nice to see you. Yep, Archangel, all is revealed. We finally got the camera thing set up, so... Let's see, Left Coast gets the first hero pick and ban. Yep, and I'm representing Seattle here. Representing Seatown, where I'm broadcasting from. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Really appreciate the love.
All right.
Shut up. I didn't know I was on camera.
Are you vaping?
No. Just don't look.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So we have one team in here, so let's go ahead and invite the others. While Beef just vapes away right next to me.
That's what I call a clouded mind.
Heyo.
That was so bad.
Okay. So now PsychoSwarm is joining the lobby here, and we'll be able to jump into this game in just a few seconds here. Hashtag winning coming out of Archangel in chat. One player to go. Let me just make sure the captain tags are on the right people. What are you so smiley about?
I'm embarrassed. It's like getting caught picking your nose.
All right, we have one open slot here. Kaiser 1446, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. I have my my events turned off during NGS games, but I'll just thank you right into the camera. Thank you very much. Same to Weenus and Swing for those bits earlier. Thank you. All right, we have both teams in. Looks like we're just about ready to go. I'll say both captains ready. And we'll get into this Infernal Shrines business. Oh, Cujo wants the captain. Okay. Do that.
Strip
And
that patch off.
looks like PsychoSwarm is ready. Just need Hex to ready up. And
Yes.
we're ready, so we're going to head into that draft. We'll see you there.
Hex hits the button. Thank you.
Infernal Shrines.
All right, we're on Infernal Shrines. And we're going to see the first ban, first pick out of Left Coast. What do you expect to see banned or picked here? What would you do on Infernal Shrines here if you had the ban, as you so often do when we're playing pickup games together?
Don't remind me. I just have a short post-it note of people I hate.
Uh-huh.
So mine are usually first the Chromie. I mean, Chromie's way more palatable now, as you don't see like any Chromie bans anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that character, it doesn't change that the character can still murder you if you're like a softie in the backline. So it's usually that because the time loop combo is still super annoying. For a NGS game though, yeah, I would do things with more control. Probably your Jaina's, your Stukovs, your possibly Diablo, because sure they went Lightning Breath last time, but APOC is still king in my head.
All right, and we see a little bit of a healer choke here. Stukov and Deckard are going to go missing for this match. Wait, Moist, are you telling me that Beef picked his nose? Because we expressly agreed. We made a pact before this stream started that neither of us would do that. And yes, we had to make a pact.
It's true.
No more comment on that. I can do the fake one, you know, where you like this and do the fake one. But I'm not going to do it. We're going to class this join up. Asmodan banned out. I don't see him banned as often as one might expect to see him banned. There's a lot of Asmodan hate out there, but we don't really see him banned that much in our casting experiences. And there goes the Artanis.
That's a good ban.
Respect. Respect for that hero's capabilities on this map. So, what are we going to see? Who's actually going to appear on the battlefield first for Left Coast?
Come on, TLV.
Confirmed TLV fan. It's going to be that Malfurion from last game. Probably see Maxazillion on that again. Really nice plays during game 1, I remember.
Yeah,
the roots and the tongues, right?
Yeah. It sounds weird when you phrase it that way, but I know what you mean.
Let's talk about the roots and the tongues. Where are you on roots and tongues?
The crusade calls.
I have root beer in the fridge.
This stream's brought to you by Royal Beef's Root Beer.
It's probably flat.
That's a really great sales tagline. I'm sold. Gul'dan and Johanna. That's a pretty strong first rotation, wouldn't you say? Especially on this map. Kill minions really quick with those two.
Kill millions.
Kill millions of minions. Phoenix and Garrosh.
Probably kill Maximilian.
Maxazillion, you mean? All right.
Yep, there it is. There's a Jaina ban.
Yeah. That's pretty good ban there. Garrosh, it's interesting. He's sneaking through into games now. It's not as hated as he once was.
It's just weird. Do they even do anything? Or do people just stop caring?
Yeah, I think just more like different heroes became more annoying than him.
It's understandable. Because I think Gyarados isn't really that great. They were just annoying to deal with. Like, they weren't overpowered. It's just, I don't want to have to be flipped and taunted every 15 seconds.
We see the Sonya ban coming out. It seems like a pretty smart decision there, especially on this map. Sonya's one of those heroes that can get in there on the objective and really create problems. And there's a Tychus pick. Alexstrasza. She's considered to be really strong on this map. You can pop that dragon over that small area that you're fighting in at those objectives. While she's damaging opponents, healing her friends, she's also doing some damage to all those little minions.
If you don't have anyone to sort of push out from those big dragon circles, that's a lot of sustain for the enemy team. So you gotta have someone who can respond to that, or, you know, if only there was someone with an anti-heal that never gets picked in these games anymore.
Ooh, look, we're seeing that Kel'Thuzad pick again. It's probably going to be Ney on that. Ney was putting out a lot of hurt later in that first game. And Thrall. Thrall serving up possible stuns at level 10. Lots of roots meantime, some survivability, nice AoE damage with the lightning. Looking pretty good over at the left coast. And by the way, Linehouse says left coast is the best coast. I'm inclined to agree since I live there. No offense, Beef. I know you're a third coast person.
Meh.
No comment.
That's all you're gonna get from me.
Great. So Anubarak finishing out this draft. What do you think? What's your pick here?
That is a hard combo. Like, it's a hard choice.
Beef
I'm kind of liking the PsychoSwarm team because it's a bit more traditional. They have just one big tank and one big damage dealer, whereas with Left Coast, it's like everyone has their own, like, their thumb in every kind of pie. Thrall has this is sustain and sorry, I'm looking for here, crowd control with the wolves.
The wolves.
The wolves.
Did you say wolves?
The wolves.
I like it.
Yes, you have the wolves.
You can do left coast this time. I think you felt
Thanks. I remember the enemy team now. Garrosh is played by Hex. Kel'Thuzad played by Ney. Phoenix played by Incognito. Malfurion played by Max Azillion. And Thrall played by Reaper 777.
All right, we have... I'm going to pull up the list. It's just easier that way. Gul'dan played by Cheese Sticks. Johanna played by Cars and Guitars. Alexstrasza by... Ooh, this is the challenging one. Uaskiozuva. Tychus played by Cujo, and Anubarak by Magic Walrus.
Isn't it relieving just to see Magic Walrus after that third one?
It is. It's kind of like, oh, yeah, easy.
Words.
Easy to navigate. Name there. The double S. Ney playing angry right from the start with those chains and root. Chains and roots.
PsychoSwarm is bearing their fangs right out the gate. They're not doing this passive, we're gonna push your camp stuff. It's we are gonna slap you in the face.
Magic Walrus took a ton of damage in that first little clash. But no deaths. Still looking for first blood, friends. Ney getting those stacks. He wants to get them fast. 3v3 in the middle. We have a Phoenix Anubarak top lane. And Cujo was bot lane, but they're going to come right up, try to get a pick on Ney here. Nice aggressive move out of Cujo, and it works. The root not able to save Ney. Nice try by Maxillian, but it wasn't to be. And now with this little bit of tempo that they gained, we're going to see a siege camp taken by PsychoSwarm.
I'm always been more well known for my Stitches and Ana, but I am loving Tychus right now, and that's exactly why people really underestimate both the damage output and the range you get on overkill, and just poking someone constantly for like 5 seconds can really, it can secure kills just like that really easily.
PsychoSwarm doing a great job of doing two things at once. Multitasking is the word I was looking for. They had a little bit of a fight there in the middle, or in the lane, But they also got this camp. Double duty coming out of PsychoSwarm here. Nay's back at it, getting those stacks. X going for a stun, but Cars and Guitars is unfazed. Actually loops around, comes after Nay a little bit.
Nay is like going into melee range with Johanna.
Yep, Nay is not scared on this Kel'Thuzad. Similar kinds of positioning that we saw out of him in game 1, but PsychoSwarm isn't scared either. They're going in and they're just going to take this siege camp away from left coast. X thinks about challenging it. Nay comes in with the chains. Reaper going
is
real
just
deep
like a
here.
dog with a bone out there.
He was potentially surrounded by 4 PsychoSwarm players.
Yeah, Thrall's got a hammer, and by golly, he's gonna use it. Incognito in trouble here as the squad rolls up on him. The cancels out the teleport, and the combination of CC will take out Phoenix.
Great combination play out of PsychoSwarm there. Incognito definitely getting caught unawares.
Yeah, if you cancel that or you interrupt the port on Phoenix, it feels like you just got your pants pulled down. It is so unfortunate.
Well, depending on the circumstance.
Okay, glad we both picked up on how weird the phrasing was.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. PG-13 stream. A Root comes out on a Nubarak, whose spell armor was triggered. And left coast is just kind of dancing around the periphery, waiting for Nay to get in here. And now we're going to go in proper with the Reaper and Incognito going in. X as well. Magic Walrus has to burrow away, super low. The Dragon does come out though, that's going to zone left coast, and John Cena emerges allied with PsychoSwarm.
Phoenix wants to go down mid and sync up that soak. Looks like Gul'dan's going to respond to make sure they don't miss out on any juicy minions.
Punisher does leap over that gate. Hex is pretty low, but also playing Garrosh, so that means extra armor for Garrosh. PsychoSwarm's not backing out. They want to push this further. The Punisher's still alive. Heal comes out from Alexstrasza, and they withdraw. So a gate is lost. First Punisher generally isn't very strong. So decent value, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. With the Punisher like that, it's sort of like making a statement that we can take this, and if you allow us to keep winning like this, we're gonna just ruin all your buildings with it. Because that Punisher gets really strong, especially like come the third one, it's like a whole new objective.
PsychoSwarm takes both of their camps. Meanwhile, Nay is soaking bot lane. Left coast doesn't want to fall too far behind on this XP race. Nay's having a little bit of trouble here, getting slowed by Johanna, but drops that spike maybe to get a little bonus combo up. Kel'Thuzad is at 12 stacks. At 15 gets a bonus. Cooldown reduction there, and at 30 gonna get that bonus damage.
That's really, as Kel'Thuzad, that's all you're really waiting for. You just keep pulling out those combos even if they don't result in anything. Filling up that phylactery quest will be the thing that it's so liberating to one-shot everyone on the map then once that's done.
PsychoSwarm really controlling the macro right here. They took that bot camp, and now once again they're taking left coast siege. Left coast staying safe, clearing lanes, not giving them any more hero XP than they have to with picks. But PsychoSwarm is way ahead on Merc XP. 1k to 200. It's quite an imbalance. But even so, we're level on levels. 9 to 9. X putting out a little bit of intimidation there. PsychoSwarm unfazed. They'll get the Alexstrasza heal on Cujo. A lot of damage going out on left coast.
That minigun retaliation on Tychus. Probably caught Thrall by surprise. Lost almost half their health to just a couple Timmy taps with the minigun.
Hex is looking at Cheese Sticks here. Cheese Sticks doesn't know he's there, and here it comes. See a toss into Nay. Oh, it misses the chain, unfortunately. That might have been a kill a lot sooner.
Uh-oh.
Cheese Sticks is going to sneak away, but in comes the throw. So Hex threw Maxazillion to body block. There's some creativity there. I'd be a little scared if I were Maxazillion.
I adore the fact that that person named himself Cheese Sticks. It sounds like me at 3 in the morning. Oh, sneaking up on the Cheese Sticks. They don't see him coming.
Gonna get him. Out comes the chains from Nay again. Combo doesn't quite connect though. Left Coast positioned rather solidly here, holding their ground. But look what's happening with Odin, the dragon. And that's gonna melt Nay.
Just couldn't get out of it. And this is the team fight domination we're talking about with Alexstrasza. You just get so much more sustained when you have no one to really bully you out of all the healing. Not to mention the Lifebinder ult will come out and give someone a full burst. They're looking real healthy right now, and Left Coast is just splintered, half health, and most are dead.
Yeah, this particular phase working out really well for PsychoSwarm. They may have lost game 1, but they haven't lost their spirit. They're still in this, looking for that draw on the night with a win here. And a Mortar Punisher comes out. Mortar Punisher, it's almost like saying Rural Juror. Leaps in. Nay tried for another combo, didn't quite work out. Now he's super low. Hex taking a lot of damage.
Left Coast gotta be careful here, because there's the jump I was talking about. Or was about to talk about, at least.
Hex down to 100 health to burrow in on him, but he survives. Punisher is down. And PsychoSwarm seems to be content with that push. They did get the gate down, but the fort is still alive. We have another aggression coming out. Incognito.
Well, they get away. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but Tychus does get that kill on Thrall. Cheese Sticks was real low for a little bit there. Magic Walrus dives onto Maxazillion. X does a defensive throw there.
You really gotta watch that Odin range, because you don't think that Tychus again is gonna slap you from that range, but when you got that mecha, you have crazy range.
Nay with a great combo on cars and guitars. And he's completely stacked. That's gonna help Left Coast quite a bit.
Phylactery quest's now done too, so maybe we can see larger, more deadly combos coming out of Kel'Thuzad.
A little bit of a lull in the action here. PsychoSwarm going to go ahead and grab their camp. We have a little bit of a dance going on in mid here. Kujo rather aggressively positioned here into the Kel'Thuzad, and he gets comboed. That's like 70% of his life with one combo.
Kujo misses the circle too. It's unfortunate for them.
But there's 4 of them down here, and they're all healthy thanks to the Alexstrasza. Left Coast responds with 3 and now 4 of their own members. But PsychoSwarm is at level 13. It's a pretty dangerous engage for Left Coast as a result.
Left Coast finds the Gul'dan, but Alexstrasza will keep them alive. A combination of healing and Lifebinder will save them. No, Left Coast now in full retreat, set off bit more they can shoot. Almost with the Johanna. Will they make it out? Phoenix certainly won't.
Magic Walrus putting in some real work there with those stuns. But during that fight, Left Coast did get their level 13s. And believe it or not, we're still at 6-6 in terms of buildings. Although we do have some minions pushing mid. It looks like Hex is just gonna let those minions do their thing. Maybe not. Maybe that fort will survive. Meanwhile, fights are brewing over the objective here.
Left Coast aggressively looking for that one person out of place to throw him, but you have the Beetle and Johanna both clogging up that room, looking no one to answer with that. Kel'Thuzad stuck in the cocoon, but
Ney getting off a great combo, but nobody dies from it. Cujo getting a ton of value out of that Odin.
no!
The grenade kill on Incognito.
It just yeets it over the wall for the finishing blow there.
Yep, he did take quarterback. Cujo did.
Yeah, this is that third Punisher I'm talking about, and it's an arcane one, so it's going to be extra punishing, no pun intended.
13-15, 16 now in favor of PsychoSwarm. It's going to make this defense even more difficult. The Arcane Punisher jumps over the wall. PsychoSwarm finally pushes in through that gate. Chains onto Cujo and Cheese Sticks with the Phoenix ultimate as well, but no one dies. The Nubarak does finally go down, but it's going to be a 2-for-1 here.
John Cena finds their targets, and looks like we're just going to hunt down the rest of Left Coast as they push this forward. This is probably going to be game for them.
Well, Left Coast still has 3 members. PsychoSwarm at 4. They don't have a Nubarak, but they get another kill right there on Kel'Thuzad.
Comes out of the phylactery just to get suplexed again. Feels bad,
That's
man.
unfortunate.
We're at 80. Odin is here. Odin's putting out the hurt.
Core's down to 50. Looks like we're going to have a 1-1 draw tonight, folks. Core's at 20%. Last-ditch defense here from Left Coast. 10%, 9.
And yep, there it is. 1-1. Good game.
PsychoSwarm running away with it at that final objective phase. I said we were at 6 buildings apiece, and then it just kind of... They kind of just ran away with it at the end there.
What happened, what I thought was going to happen, is exactly what happened. It's the Alex Straza sustain paid out in gold bars there on those objectives. Left Coast couldn't keep up with the amount of healing plus control that Dragon offers you.
Yeah, Alex Straza was just so strong in that game. 84k healing.
Compared to the 33 from Malfurion. Not calling out Maximilian.
Oof.
As you look at the kill disparity too here on the bottom, 3 kills from Left Coast and 16 kills from PsychoSwarm. They just couldn't finish anyone because everyone was getting so low. I mean, up to a point of what, 150 health? That's like 2 auto attacks.
Yeah, Tychus with 11 kills that game, no deaths, really stepping it up. Incognito just having a rough game that time. 6 deaths, 1 kill. Doing a lot of work, though, in terms of siege. Keeping the team in there with XP contribution and so on. But good job on the part of PsychoSwarm coming back in Game 2 after losing Game 1. Evening out the series 1-1. In fact, why don't I give them a point here? Right on. What do you think, chat? Some pretty incredible matches right there. This second game could have gone either way.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
All right. So, team split 1-1. What should we do for interviews? Should we interview... both teams won a game. Seems a bit Awkward. Nice to hear the
Yeah.
interview. Maybe the game 2 winner, just because that's the most recent.
Well, we already know what Hex has to say. Let's talk to. Yeah, let's invite PsychoSwarm. Or we could do both. I don't know.
That's
Up to
true.
you,
if they're both gonna be hanging around.
We have several lines of Left Coast.
Yeah, if any members of Left Coast are hanging around, maybe we can do an interview with them second and see if anybody from PsychoSwarm is available. Let's hop into a lobby and see if someone shows up.
Sorry, you guys drew the short stick and are getting me instead of the cheese.
Oh, that's fine. That was, first person I messaged, so that's cool. But thanks for joining us for this post-game interview. We won't keep you too long. So congratulations on evening up the score after going down on the first game. Seems like, well, talk me through your transition from game 1 to game 2 and maybe how you kept that team spirit alive, or what did you talk about between games?
There was a bit of cursing. I think the biggest thing we thought we had it in team 1, or in game 1, I mean. The real problem was that Samuro threw a monkey wrench in us. He was really good. He was all over the place. He ended up with like 17,000 soak. He was being everywhere. I actually had to commend him in the next game. Thought about banning him.
Really?
But yeah, we decided not to go that route. And they didn't take him, lucky for us.
Yeah. Personally, I was said like, I'm gonna be surprised if they don't ban that Samuro next.
Yeah, I thought long and hard about it. We ended up not doing it though.
Oh, it worked out. I mean, they didn't go for it, so.
Yeah, I remember that their incognito was the Samuro and the Phoenix players. So once they locked the Phoenix, I knew we didn't have to ban them in the second ban round. I think I saw that in the Clouded Minds game against them earlier.
Oh, get a little early scouting in.
I was eating dinner and it was on.
Yeah, take us into game 2 and maybe your draft a little bit. What was your approach to game 2?
Game 2, Infernal Shrines is one of those where you really just want heavy point control. I want to shout out to our Walrus. That was his first time I've seen him on a Nubarak. We just trusted him, and he pulled out pretty strong with Forest.
Yeah, there were some pretty key stuns coming out from Magic Walrus in that second game for sure. So that's surprising that was kind of like, was that the first competitive Anubarak out of Magic Walrus?
I don't think I've ever seen him play Anubarak, and I played with him quite a bit.
It's always nice to be surprised, eh?
Yeah, no, this is the right pick. I'm not quite sure what we're doing. In the swap phase, I was trying to run him through a build for Anubarak, actually.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Especially got the sort of a bum matchup between Anubarak and Phoenix. In the early game, there's really nothing for Anubarak to do but get, lasered a couple times trying to soak.
Yeah.
Yeah, also
pretty well, though.
Impressive play from, maybe you could pronounce their name for us, Alex Straza's player in game 2.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I've been told to say no comment.
Oh, okay. Just on that general topic of Alex Straza?
I can't tell you anything more about him. He's our healer.
Okay. Nice. I like
classified information. That's cool.
I like it.
You're asking for national secrets here, man.
All right. Well, I don't know, Beef, did you have any final questions for Cujo here?
Not really, actually. Just solid point control. Thanks, Alex Straza, and your tanks did really good positioning. That's pretty much it. Just won every immortal pretty easy. Thanks to the combination there.
Yeah. Did you have any shout outs that you wanted to give here?
Shout out to Kaiser, our sub, or usually our main. We brought in a different tank that ended up working out. I'll also shout out to Danebo in case he's watching you guys. But he also, left us, but that's fine.
All right, sort of mixed feelings there in the shout out.
Yeah, he went to a Div A team.
Okay.
As you said their name was?
Danebo?
Oh, never mind. That was 10 million years off there. Because someone was in there. You had some fans in the chat. Some PsychoSwarm fans.
What?
Yeah.
We have fans? I had
Yeah.
no
It
idea.
has to begin somewhere.
They had the pennant, the shirt, the hat. They showed me. It was pretty great.
So much flair.
Awesome.
All right, well, congratulations again on that draw and winning that game too. And best of luck to you in the coming season.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for casting us. We always appreciate a bit of attention.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
We all do.
We're actually probably going to hop on and watch the VOD right after this.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be posting it as soon as we finish up here. So
Cool.
nice.
Night, guys.
Night.
Good night.
All right. That was cool. So actually, we're going to pull the captain from Left Coast in here since it was a draw. I'll just
Are
tell
they
him
feeling it? Are we not giving them a choice?
Oh, no, I asked. And we'll talk to the winners of Game 1. Seems to be kind of fair since we had a draw tonight. Probably get some sassy answers out of Hex.
Sorry, we can just drop the stream. Worst case. Shut it down.
Yeah, thanks again to all of the viewers tonight. It's been really great to see all the chat going on. It's been awesome. And looks like Hex has joined us. Hello, Hex.
Hello.
Hi, Hex.
So,
you're still here.
What's that?
Oh, I was just surprised that Beef was still here.
Why wouldn't he be?
I don't know. I thought with the delegation, maybe at some point he dropped the ball and he'd be fired at this point.
Oh, no, he's been great.
Oh.
He's been great ever since. Well, the coin flip went well, too, actually. No complaints out of me. But, hey, let's talk about Game 1 a little bit.
Shut up.
Yeah, let's you know what, I after a lot of reflection, i.e. about 5 minutes, I've realized that one of the weaknesses that Left Coast has right now is a second game.
Oh. Yeah, because you had a doubleheader, so right before this.
No. I mean, when we have a match and there's 2 games in those matches, it's really that second game is the problem that we have. So we're trying to figure out strategies around that. Like, how do we play only first games?
That's going to be an interesting question for you to answer, I suppose. But yeah, but hey, you got the draw out of it. That's another point from this match. Pretty good. Let's see. I guess for Game 1, PsychoSwarm they got that first boss, and so map tempo was potentially on their side for a while there, but I don't know if you wanted to talk about how you guys sort of responded to that. I see you put a lot of pressure on the bot lane, for example. What was the general feeling going on in the team at that time? Because you really seemed to rally well.
Yeah, that first game, I mean, we definitely went into that with a plan sort of around the draft and the last pick that we had. It was our first time trying it out, but we just wanted to see if it could work, and the draft didn't quite go the way we wanted. There were a few things that we were hoping to get that we couldn't, but it ended up working out all right. There were some choice picks on Falstad that happened that I don't know how those happened, but it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think on the tempo side, we realized that as long as we could control we had to control either the bosses or the tributes, and we decided that given what we had at our disposal, the tributes were going to be easier to control. So we focused a lot more on that, and we're okay to give up a boss or 2 in the process.
Nice, and it really did keep you guys in the game, I think. What do you have from Game 1, Beef?
Yeah, I was going to mention that because you said you brought up that you wanted to control the tributes over the bosses, and I even mentioned you end up getting more value out of that curse than you did with the boss just pushing top pretty much by itself. So you're totally right there that that on Cursed Hollow, one curse can just do so much for map tempo, regardless of how much work the enemy team was putting in previously.
Yeah, and then that, I mean, we lucked out in that. I think after they took that boss, we got the curse, and it was on the heels of another 1 or 2 kills, and that at that point, right, they couldn't support the boss. They had to completely defend. I think if all 5 had still been up, it would have been a bit different, right? We would have had to choose if they supported the boss, do we defend the boss and get nothing out of the curse, or do we try and get something out of the curse and let the boss push?
You had that consistent aggression throughout too, and it really paid off in gold.
I think
Which is what we strive for, Gold League.
The gold standard. You might hear that phrase more and more often on our streams in the future. But one more thing I guess I'll bring up, and we just interviewed Cujo from PsychoSwarm, and he gave a shout out to Incognito's Samuro play. Did you want to talk about that at all? The effect that we haven't seen Samuro at all this season in our cast, so it was a pretty interesting pick.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't ban him for the second game.
I think we all were.
Yeah, they considered it, I guess. That's what he said in the interview. So
yeah,
it was kind of the story of the first game in some ways.
Oh, 100%. We built game 1 all around that. P.S. Don't ban that on Cursed Hollow for us in the future, other teams that watch this.
Smooth.
Yeah. You can edit that out, right?
Can, but won't.
No, I think there's a couple interesting comps that I really hope that we can start to play around with. We're still a new team. I think we're trying to learn sort of what things work well together. I mean, game 2 is a great showcase of my Garrosh throwing people out of Kel'Thuzad's combos. And
that throw in game 2 you had on Maxazillion for the body block.
Well, that was calculated.
Oof. If I was Max, I would have been like, whoa, in comms. But I'm sure it was all planned out.
He asked me to throw him.
Oh,
he
okay.
said, can you get the body block? And I said, of course, Malfurion is the best body blocker.
Sure.
Malfurion is a thick boy.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, I hope to showcase some more interesting picks given some of the more diverse heroes that we can field. Samuro is the tip of the iceberg, so to say.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
But I think I will give a shout out to both of you. Thank you for casting. I appreciate that. It's always fun, and it's what makes these leagues such an exciting place to be, no matter what your skill level is. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And they were great games to watch as well. And congratulations to you on the 2-2 draw you have on the night with your doubleheader. That can be kind of rough playing 4 games in a row. So.
Yeah, it's those second games, man.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
I actually can ask you before you head out, with the second game on Garrosh, did you pick that? Like, is that planned, or did you just say, "Hey, Garrosh is open. Do you want to Garrosh it up?"
Yes.
Okay.
Going we're too probing, Beef. We're too probing. Got to step it back. Even if
I wanted to play Johanna, but I couldn't. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks a ton, Hex, for the post-game interview, and GG's to you and Left Coast.
Thank
and
you.
we'll go ahead and let you go.
Night.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Beef. I'm going to go ahead and jump us to the outro screen here. Did you have any shout-outs you wanted to give? Or
Yeah. A couple of shout outs to both teams today. I could watch you two all day. This was really exciting to watch because it's the pure aggression and the bloodbath objectives. It's a lot of fun to cast these kinds of games. So thank you for putting on a good show for us. Shout out to you for handling all the tech support, as things clearly go much smoother.
Absolutely. And we have our cameras on for the first time.
Yeah.
It's exciting news. My shout outs, I already gave some during the stream, but thanks again to Swing Time and Moist Weenus for those bits. Thank you so much. And we had, what, 2 follows, Kaiser and Incognito. Thank you so much for the follows and the bits, everybody. And it looks like there might be an NGS game going on right now. Let me just confirm that. And if so, yeah, it looks like